right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. It's been a while since I've actually done a normal commentary since MK1 has come out, just because I've been just so busy playing online, streaming, uploading for you guys. So before anything, I just want to say thank you so much for the overwhelmingly incredible support that you guys have shown me with MK1. All the new subscribers, everyone that's new here, welcome. I'm definitely uploading every day. I'm gonna try to stream as often as I can. Not every single day, but maybe 5 times a week, 4 times a week for sure. So definitely stay tuned. We got new characters coming soon with 5 characters that I'm gonna be learning after Smoke, Scorpion, Reptile, Havoc, and Atara. So stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to quickly at the beginning, thank you so much for all the support. It's been amazing. So MK1 officially came out a few days ago, and I wanted to do a little review of the game because I've had it for a little bit over, what is it? A little bit over a week and a half. I got it last Monday, I think, right? Last Monday or last Sunday, somewhere around there. I got a collector's edition sent over by Warner Brothers Games, so shout out to them for that. But I've had the game for a while. I played through story mode. I played through invasions, and obviously I've been playing online, coming up with combos, all that good stuff. So I have a lot of experience with MK1 already. I mean, my profile is almost 100. I think I'm like 88, almost 90, which is insane. So I'm going to talk about the 3 main things, which is story mode, invasions, and the gameplay. But I'm also going to add in the costumes, brutalities, things that, I have problems with, things that I love, things that I hate. So let's get started here. First of all, I just want to talk about the story mode real quick. I want to apologize to anyone who was spoiled with any one of my thumbnails or my titles. I swear it was not my intention to do that. I want to apologize to you guys with my voice because I really fucked up, and it won't happen again, I promise. The only one that I'm like, okay, I really fucked up, that one is the Ermac thing. Other than that, I thought they were teasing a lot, but not like giving everything away. But, I was wrong, and I just want to say I apologize for that. But I thought the story mode for MK1 was really, really fun. It had a lot of great moments. It had a lot of laughs. I just in general like the direction that they took for the story mode because it's something completely different. I love the dynamic between Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Smoke. I love the fact that it doesn't matter if it's Liu Kang's new era or it was past timelines. Sub-Zero and Scorpion will always find a way to become bitter rivals. I just love so much of the new origins that they introduced. Reptile being a good guy, Baraka being a good guy, Sindel, being a great ruler of Outworld. General Shao, I wish he would have had a little bit more in the story mode because he was so cool and so intimidating. I wish he would have had a little bit more of a role in the story mode, or he would have showed up a little bit more other than like the ending or like the final couple of chapters. But the Outworld General Shao, would have liked to see him be a little bit more of like, Big Papa Shao. The scene with Melina when she transformed for the first time really shocked me. I was like, oh my God, okay, that's how that happened. So it's just overall, I had a lot of fun. Some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to be in between. I personally had a lot of fun. And the ending to MK1 is just absolute fan service. Like, you got to give it, even if you don't like the direction that they took with some of the things in the story mode, you got to give it to NetherRealm and giving us an incredible amount of fan service during the final 3 chapters, and especially the final fight. So much fan service and so many fun moments, so many cool moments. So I personally loved the MK1 story mode. Plus, it had a longer running time than MK11 story mode. I think MK1 ran about 5 hours, which is really good. compared to, I think MK1 was around 3.5 hours without DLC, and then obviously it got increased with DLC, but we're probably going to see a story mode expansion. So I personally love story mode. I would give it like a 9 out of 10, in my opinion. Now let's talk a little bit about invasions, and this is where we're going to talk about skins and all that stuff, and brutalities. I guess, you know what, before we talk about invasions, I want to talk about the customization in this game, because it is, you know, I love all the Mortal Kombats. I have preferences. MK11 is not in one of my top preferences as far as Mortal Kombat games, but that's just gameplay wise. Presentation wise, customization wise, intros, outros, dialogue, Mortal Kombat 11 is like the complete package in a Mortal Kombat game. I'm just going to pause the video because I'm just showing you guys some gameplay that I had. I'm going to pause the video right now, and I'm going to go in here and turn this on real quick. I'm on the Mortal Kombat 11 character select screen, and I'm really disappointed in how much of a downgrade the presentation has been in MK1 compared to Mortal Kombat 11. I love MK1's gameplay and everything, but the presentation from MK1 to Mortal Kombat 11 is just such a huge downgrade when it comes to intros, outros. I think I'm going back and forth between skins because MK11 has some good skins, but no, I think MK1 has way better skins than MK11. But presentation wise, I really miss seeing the actual intro dialogue coming in and the characters having multiple intros, multiple outros. So I'm just gonna go with Scorpion. I mean, you guys own MK11 probably. You guys see this, right? Coming into the game like this, going into your intro dialogue, you have 4 options, 4 intros, and I think Scorpion has 5 outros. So in Mortal Kombat 1, your character only has 1 intro. That's it. 1 intro, 1 outro. That is not cutting it. If you are going to make, the the next game after MK11 that, still looks absolutely gorgeous, you have to have multiple intros, multiple dialogues. I really, to be honest, I don't mind the intro like dialogue so much as I mind that there's only 1 intro per character. They come in and they do the 1 intro, and the game-winning animation, 1 game-winning animation. Compared to MK11, every character had 4 intros, 4 outros. Some characters like Scorpion, unique, they had 5 outros. Look at this. I mean, you could have easily incorporated that with a cameo next to you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the fact that there's only 1 intro and 1 outro per character. It really bothers me, because it's such a downgrade compared to this. I mean, we don't want to see the same intro and outro like all the time. You know what I mean? There's so many cool references, so many cool things you could have in intros and outros that this is disappointing. The fact that MK1 only has 1. So that's a huge negative for me. The presentation, I think, in MK1 is definitely a downgrade compared to MK11 when it comes to intros, outros. Obviously, a lot of people like intro dialogues, like the actual dialogues. I don't really mind that too much. I just want to see them do some other cool stuff when they come in and when they win the game. Something else that I didn't show you guys, but it's in MK11, is the fact that every character has about 8 brutalities. 7 or 8 brutalities, including the down 2. And as you guys know, as a man of culture that loves going brutality hunting, that loves ending my combos and brutalities, I wish that there were more brutalities per character in Mortal Kombat 1. And the sad thing about it is that Mortal Kombat 1 probably already has the best brutalities out of any of these games. Like, every brutality that I've seen so far has been amazing. You guys have seen Natara's brutality probably that I've uploaded. I might not have uploaded it yet, but her brutality looks like very cinematic. And just in general, the brutalities in MK1 are really good, but there's only 5 of them that are not the uppercut brutality. And in my opinion, that is a problem. Well, I guess it's not a problem, but to me, it's just a huge downgrade compared to Mortal Kombat 11, which by default, every character had about 7 or 8 brutalities, and then they added more as the years went on with Combat League brutalities, etc. But when the game first came out, every character had about 8 brutalities. So I'm really sad that there's only 6 per character, including the uppercut brutality. So it's only 5 per character. So that's something that I wanted to talk about. That's a huge letdown for me, because I remember when I got the game, I'm like, all right, day 1 patch, they're probably going to add some more brutalities. Maybe they'll add more intros. And no, that wasn't the case. It was pretty much the same. So I know they're going to add more brutalities as time goes on, but I'm really disappointed at the fact that we have so little of them and they look so good. So I just wanted to throw that out. I think that's one of the biggest disappointments when it comes to MK1. Now let's move on to Invasion Mode. So Invasions Mode was actually pretty fun when I played it. Playing through the season, going through, they give you some clues on some special chests where you have to complete a mission, or I guess a fight a specific way, like finish the fight off with the classic Scorpion fatality, stuff like that. I had a good time going through the different realms and that style of game mode. So it was fun. It was fun. I like the Invasions Mode. It's not my thing when it comes to a Mortal Kombat. It doesn't feel like Conquest at all. It just feels like you're going through a stage, a map, and then you have your fights. But I do like the fact that they put mini games in there, like Test Your Might. They put that little mini game where you have to avoid the laser balls and stuff like that. So I like that. I like that quite a bit. But overall, I think Invasions Mode was like, I'll probably give it like a 7 out of 10, because I did actually have fun. Seeing the like end scene versus Scorpion, beating Scorpion, obviously getting the amazing reward of the Injustice style Scorpion costume, which I think is the best looking Scorpion costume in a long time, since the Injustice 2 Scorpion. So I had a good time playing it once, but I don't really see myself. Well, I have to grind Invasions Mode because NetherRealm took away the option of having your CPU play for you in towers to rank up. Like they specifically took that out so you could play Invasions Mode and you could grind your own character. Which to me is really annoying because, well, maybe not only to me, maybe to some of you guys too, but a lot of us, sometimes we're busy. We don't have time to grind for, a bunch of characters that we want to get things for. So I would have liked them to keep the option of the CPU grinding for your gear or for your brutalities to rank up your character in the towers mode, but they took that out so you could play the Invasions mode. But overall, Invasions was fun. I probably give it like a 7 out of 10. I wish the seasons would come a little faster because I think it's every 60 days. Every 60 days is going to be a new season, which I think it's a little bit too long. Maybe it should be like once a month. But who knows how much content they have planned for the future. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see what the next season is. But Invasions mode, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Now let's move on to the gameplay. I'll probably put like a timestamp down below where I'm talking about the gameplay. There's nothing that needs to be said, to be honest. You guys have been listening to my commentary. I think the gameplay is a 10 out of 10. I don't need to sugarcoat it. I don't need to overhype it more than I already have. It's not really overhyping because it's everyone is in agreement that the combos in MK1 are so much fun. The gameplay is so much fun. The only criticism that I have for the game is the fact that some combo strings do feel really slow, and then which makes the game sort of feel slow in and of itself. even though the game could be fast depending on, what characters you're using, some combo strings do just feel very, very heavy and very slow, which is a problem. And I hope that they fix it in the long run. I don't know how they will be able to fix it because it would have been fixed by now. For example, I think Scorpion has the slowest launcher as far as the animation goes in that I've ever seen. His forward 3-2 takes like I don't even know how many frames from start to finish. It's so slow. It's like he's in slow motion. Forward 3 knee 2, or like forward 3 2 launcher. But it happens so slow. So I do think that the game could be sped up a little bit more just to make matches last longer. When you start playing versus people who are better than you or who are like around your same level, I do notice that the clock does run down pretty low. I've been in a lot of timeouts, and I just feel like it could use a speed boost overall. Maybe not to the dashes anymore or the walk speed, just like the combo strings, maybe a little bit on the walk speed or dash speed. Because I feel the game really good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it just takes forever for some moves, like some moves just feel too heavy, in my opinion, for a game like Mortal Kombat. So I feel like the game will speed up once NetherRealm sort of finds that like sweet spot of what they want to do to keep their vision and also accommodate people who still think the game is a little bit too slow. But gameplay wise, combos wise, for sure this game is a 10 out of 10. I love it, man. I've been having such a good time. I already love it more than MK11. I could 100% say that I love it more than MK11. Anytime that I touch somebody, I'm either getting a sick combo, I'm dropping a sick combo, I'm getting a cool setup, I'm using my cameos, and it just feels so satisfying, especially when you come up with your own combo and you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to hit this online. Then you hit it online and it feels so good. This game is one of those games where if you think something might work, it usually is going to work, which is a really good feeling when it comes to someone who likes creativity in fighting games. It feels good when I'm like testing things out and then I'm like, I wonder if I do this move and then bring out my cameo, I wonder if this will work. And then it does work and you're like, oh man, this is so cool. So I think the gameplay is a 10 out of 10 for sure. The combos, the brutalities when you actually hit them, even though there's not many brutalities, they just flow really well. The finish him screen thing isn't here from MK11, where it's like a major slowdown. There is a little bit of a slowdown, but the finish him screen doesn't pop up anymore. It's just a little slowdown. Sometimes it messes up my combos, but to be honest, most of the time I'm going to be hitting my combos into a brutality, and that's not really going to mess things up. And plus, a lot of people actually like the little slowdown cinematic feel when you finish off your opponent's life bar. It doesn't really affect me too much. Definitely not even close to the way the MK11 finish him screen affected me. So do I get this guy here? Oh man, I swear that would have hit. I remember when that happened too. I'm like, it would have frozen, like the time would have frozen at 2 seconds and I would have won that match. But I think that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want me to talk about anything specific regarding Mortal Kombat 1, let me know down in the comments. I guess I forgot to mention, but this is just like included with the gameplay being a 10 out of 10. I love the cameo system. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but coming from, games like Marvel vs. Capcom, where MVC2 is literally my favorite game of all time, that's not a Mortal Kombat or not Mortal Kombat X. So I love tag-based fighting games, or I guess assist-based fighting games. I know that Marvel is also a tag-based fighting game, but I love assist coming out, helping your character do things. I personally really love the cameo system. I feel like some cameos are way better than others. Obviously, Serena, the best cameo in the game right now. She just does everything well. Plus, she meter drains you. So she just does so many things well. You have Sector is an amazing cameo. Motaro's an amazing cameo. You have a lot of characters that help you out in doing whatever you want to do. And you know, we're just starting to figure things out. I'm sure Shujinko is crazy. I've seen some crazy things with Shujinko, and I haven't even tried him because you need to learn what he steals from each character, because he steals 2 moves from each character. You got to learn that. I'm sure there's going to be crazy setups. I mean, you guys probably haven't even seen it. Maybe you guys will see it before, like on the same day. I might upload my Scorpion video where I'm showing off a crazy unblockable setup where I call in the spear, I bring him in, and then as he's coming in with the spear, I call in Jax. I do a jump 3 and the Jax ground pound hits almost at the same time. It launches the opponent up into the meter burn air spear, or meter burn teleport, whatever is your preference. And then you could loop that over and over again. Or I guess you could loop it twice until Jax leaves the stage. You get so much damage. There's so much crazy shit in this game, and I absolutely love it. I love it. If I get hit by something that's like a 70%, I'll just be amazed at it, and I'll love it. I love everything broken in this game. Even Serena, as annoying as she is, fighting everyone and their mother using Serena, I'm like, all right, I could use Serena too, and I'll be getting some of these sick combos right now, but I'm not going to use her at the moment. Well, I am going to use her with Sindel, but I'm not using her with any of the characters that I've been playing. So, but trust me, I will be using Serena. But that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Is Mortal Kombat 1 a good or bad game? That's for you to decide, but for me, it's a really good game. Like I said, I enjoyed the story mode. Invasions is aight. There's just some things presentation-wise that I really dislike, the fact that it's such a huge downgrade compared to MK11 when it comes to intros, outros, stuff like that, intro dialogue. But I will say, just to reiterate, that I actually do believe the skins in Mortal Kombat 1 are way better skins than MK11. The gear in MK11 might be better, but the skins in MK1, in my opinion, are way better. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time.